Morning students. In previous video we had learned about the process of photosynthesis. Related to photosynthesis we shall read this activity 1.1. Take two potted plant of the same kind. Keep one in the dark or in a black box for 72 hours and the other in the sunlight. So we have to take two plants that should be of the same kind that and you have to keep one of the plant in a dark place. Maybe you can keep in a black box where sunlight doesn't hit that plant, and for 72 hours you have to keep that pot in a dark place. So 72 hours means for 3 days you have to keep, and other one in the sunlight you have to keep. Perform iodine test with the leaves of both the plant as you did in class 6. So after keeping one of the plant in darkness and another one in sunlight, after 3 days you have to perform one iodine test, and you have to take the leaf of both the plant, one leaf for both the plant, and you have to perform iodine test. Then after performing that iodine test, what the result will be there, or what observation you have done, you can write. Now leave the pot which was earlier kept in a dark in the sunlight for 3 or 4 days and perform the iodine test again on its leaves. Record your observation in your notebook. So the first plant which you have kept in a darkness, that you have to now keep in a sunlight for 3 or 4 days, and after keeping that in a sunlight again you have to perform iodine test with that plant leaf. Then you can write your observation or the result. So the leaf other than green also have chlorophyll. The large amount of red, brown and other pigments mask the green color given in figure 1.14. Photosynthesis takes place in these leaves also. So here it says that not even a green color leaves, but if you can see yellow color leaf or brown color leaf, in that also photosynthesis process goes on. So you can see how yellow color and brown color leaf is there in figure 1.4. In that also photosynthesis process take place. You often see slimy green patches in the ponds or in other stagnant water bodies. So if you have seen after rainfall in some of the place where water doesn't move, there you can see green color something over the water. So that greenish color thing are called as algae. These are generally formed by the growth of organism called algae. So in water some of the little small tiny organisms are present. With the help of that organism it grows in the water only, and that is of green color, and that will be called as algae. Can you guess why algae are green in color? They contain chlorophyll which give them the green color. So in that algae also chlorophyll is present. How chlorophyll is present in a plant's leaves? Same, chlorophyll are present in that green color algae also. Algae can also prepare their own food by photosynthesis. So how plant prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis, same way algae also prepare food by the process of photosynthesis. Synthesis of a plant food other than carbohydrate. So here new topic is to synthesize of food other than carbohydrate. So not just only carbohydrate is there in plant, but other things are also there to make food in the plant. You have just learned that plants synthesize carbohydrate through the process of photosynthesis. So in previous page we have learned that food make Food is made in plant with the help of photosynthesis. So plant make carbohydrate. At that time, the carbohydrate are made of a carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. That we have learned first only, that carbohydrate which is present in plant, that are made of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Carbohydrate means we read first only starch. These are used to synthesize other component of food such as protein and fat. So with the help of this carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, other protein and fats are also made. But protein are nitrogenous substance which contain nitrogen. From where do plant obtain nitrogen? So with the help of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, carbohydrate is made. So here protein is also made. So protein is made with the help of nitrogen. So plant get oxygen, carbon dioxide from air. But where do this nitrogen they get? Recall that nitrogen is present in abundance in gaseous form in the air. So here it says that nitrogen is also present in air. However, plant cannot absorb nitrogen in this form. So how oxygen and carbon dioxide is present in air, they can absorb carbon dioxide from air, but they can't absorb nitrogen from air. Soil has certain bacteria that convert gaseous nitrogen into a usable form and release it into the soil. So inside the soil, some type of bacteria are there. They take up the nitrogen and they use it, that nitrogen gas, and again they release the nitrogen gas in such a usable form so that it get mixed into the soil. This soluble form are absorbed by the plant along with water. So that nitrogen gas which are released by the bacteria inside the soil, it is it gets soluble in soil and it is absorbed by the plant with the help of water. Also, you might have seen farmer adding fertilizer rich in nitrogen to the soil. So when a farmer add fertilizer in the soil, that fertilizer is mostly contain nitrogen. So it helps the plant to take up the nitrogen from soil. In this way, the plant fulfill their requirement of nitrogen along with other constituents. Plant can then synthesize component of food other than carbohydrates such as protein and fat. And the plants take up the nitrogen, how much it is required for a plant, and with the help of this nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, plant make their food, and it is full of carbohydrate and protein and fat also. Now next is about other modes of nutrition in plants. So we have read first only mode of nutrition, that is about autotroph and heterotroph. So autotroph is plant because they can prepare their own food, and now we will read about heterotrophic mode. There are some plants which do not have chlorophyll. They cannot synthesize their food. How they survive? From where do they derive nutrition? That means in some of the plants also they don't have chlorophyll. So without chlorophyll, how they make food and how they live without nutrition, because nutrition is important for all living organisms, for plants also, and some of the plants don't have chlorophyll, they can't make food. So how they get food and how they get nutrition, that we will read here. Like human and animal, such plants depend on the food produced by other plants. So how we are dependent on plant to get nutrition in such a way, other plants are also there which are depend on some other plant. So they are called heterotrophic mode of nutrition. That means that plant will be called as heterotrophic mode. Heterotrophic here mode means a variety. Look in figure 1.5. Do you see yellow tubular structure twinning around the stem and branches of a tree? So here In figure 1.5, it says that in some bigger trees, one small type climber trees, if you have seen anywhere that some climber type trees, they climb upon the big grown trees. So here it is said yellow tubular structure, that means they are of a yellow color and they are a climber plant. They climb on the big trees with their stem, on their stem and branches. So this plant will, this is a plant called Cuscuta, a marble. So the plants which take up other plants' nutrition, that plant will be called as Cuscuta, because they don't have chlorophyll and they don't make food by themselves. It does not have chlorophyll, it takes ready-made food from plant. So these are the some plants like Cuscuta, they take other plants' food, other plants' nutrition. They can't prepare food because they don't have chlorophyll.